that rectification. I thought that was the CSS games.
So you thought, meanwhile, you said during that event, and during that event, you were a committee member. So you should have known better and told me the right thing. But here you are lying to me.
Yes, the program outline that came earlier had CSS games in it. So when the name was changed to CSS tournament, I thought it was just the name that was changed by the same program.
Do you know, I personally went to classes to announce this upcoming event that it has been replaced or replaced with the games instead of due to the restriction that's been set by the school administration. I did that, and here is the case you are telling me you didn't hear or you didn't see that the CSS games was replaced with the tournament. Is that so? You are lying to us.
No, please, I'm not lying.
Give the mic to your voice. Sorry, running mate. So, Mr. Running Mate, do you also testify to the fact that CSS Games was replaced with the tournament?
Yes.
You do.
Yeah.
So, are you telling us that your president is lying?
It wasn't a lie per se, it was a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding. I
Yeah.
remember clearly he took part of the event.
Yeah, he did. So the reason why he got them mixed up was because initially he was supposed to have the CSS games, but because of the organization ban or like activities, it was replaced with the tournament so that he can like have few people. So even though we attended it, I'm sure he got the names mixed up. So
Okay.
thanks for that.
So, on that note, I want you to know that CSS Games is not cancelled. It was actually pushed further to this semester. Okay. So it was supposed to happen last semester, but because we had it, we planned to replace it so that we don't go or we don't find ourselves restricted by the ban that's set by the school administration. Okay. Okay. So what is the operation of DOSA in the life of students in this university?
The
Operation of DOSA in the life of students in this university. What do DOSA do?
That's the that's the that's the of students affairs, right?
Come again.
The the directorate, sorry, of student affairs. They're in charge of the students' body safety, their basically their affairs for students from their safety to their coursework and everything that relates to the students.
So what do they say when it comes to student associations or student leadership? What impact or what effect do they have on student associations?
What impact they have on
What effect or what do these directorates play in administrations of students' leadership? What do they do when it comes to student leadership? DOSA.
so I don't have that information right now.
So you don't know how DOSA operates when it comes to administration of student associations. Yes, so you are before us telling us that you actually want to take up the mantle of leading the whole department. Meanwhile, you don't know how you are going to operate with the school administration.
I will do all to find out.
What did you say?
I will do all to find out after this. And thank
Okay.
you
Okay. Do you know when it comes to leadership, there's a difference between the pack or taking up the mantle or being given the opportunity to serve and then have or being the setback or not yet given the opportunity to serve. There's a difference between when you are given the opportunity to serve and you are yet to be given the opportunity to serve. So when you are behind doors, you are able to craft nice policies. Those ones that are feasible, those that are theoretical, you are able to craft them. But when it comes to giving the mantle to serve, its practicality becomes a problem. So looking at the policies you've crafted, this is the second time I'm saying that I've seen these policies of yours, and I must say, or I can say that
Created around the SWOT analysis. So we know the time, we know the time limit we have to get this done. So when we run them through the SWOT analysis, we make sure that every single one of them.
what it is smart analysis.
Yes, please.
What does that mean?
Yes, please.
What does that mean?
So it means the policies are specific. They are, they are, they are specific. They are specific. They are specific, measurable, attainable.
Do you know that when it comes to adjectives for describing situations, we have numerous ways to describe, define, or polish situations. So, are you not of the same channel that since you have nice or beautiful words to describe your policies, we should just accept the fact that your policies are implementable and give you the mantle to serve the good people of CSS.
So please the virtue of this navigation. So
Hamas.
Theophilus, check their mic. Their mic.
Um, look, I said, see, when it comes to policy implementation, some of them turns out to be practical in the sight of you, the person crafting. And then when it comes to its practicality in the leadership environment, it becomes a whole thing altogether. Because its feasibility becomes a problem. So aren't you telling us that, or aren't you describing your policies theoretical rather than practical?
no, please.
Come again.
No, please.
Okay.
So to answer your question, I'll take one of our policies, specifically Skill Forge. If you notice, is to give each student one specific skill. And this was because of the time limit we had. And the number of groups that are going to be created are not going to be past a certain number. So you are not going to have groups for all the skills you can obtain. We are going to have ones that are measurable, ones that we can manage in the time frame we are given. So
What strategies are you going to use in case such a situation happens in your tenure?
okay, so the current administration has done amazing, right? And working with them, we've learned how to tackle this issue. So one, by the sale of thesis, the funds and the profits we get from that will be stored up for situations like these exactly. So that's one of the main reasons we're going to handle such a situation.
The policies you submitted, how are you going to get funds to implement those policies? Because it looks like some of them are very expensive. They are very expensive policies. How are you going to fund them? First of all, some of the funds that are going to be used to fund these policies are going to come from the funds that will be given to us as a society. Secondly, the very first three or two policies that we will start implementing do not really need huge fund base to start with them. So we are going to start with those ones. That is the Skill Forge, the mentorship program, and also the making.
How are you going to keep your appointees motivated to help you implement all these policies?
Hardworking appointees are going to be applauded during meetings, and also to some extent or at some
Like
instances,
this, that kind of applaud.
they are going to be hailed as in we will let the other appointees know that these are the appointees that are doing their work well. People mostly feel motivated to do their work if they feel like they are being appreciated. And also,
How are you going to appreciate them? That's what I want to know. How are you going to use appreciation to make sure that your appointees are very well motivated to work?
sometimes we are going to give incentives in forms of uh,
Incentives.
incentives in forms of airtime or bundles
How are you
to
going to fund?
hardworking.
How are you going to fund that?
We are going to get some money from the budget that will be drawn, a very small.
So when you are drawing the budgets, you will add incentives for appointees. Where is that done? When was the last time you saw an administration do something like that? Okay, right. Do you have any idea um, how much you would get to run the administration?
We don't know the exact amount,
But do
but
you know how the
we've
money
heard
comes in? How is your money calculated?
from what I heard, a percentage of the school fees that is set aside for CISA, a percentage of that will be given to the department or the society.
Okay. I want to give you a list of items. If you know what any of them is, you say yes. If you don't, you say no. Okay?
Okay.
All right. A maze. A
I mean,
maze.
yes,
A marshal. A marshal.
yes,
Standing orders.
yes.
What are standing orders?
Standing orders are the orders that are used during Senate meetings.
I'm listening to you.
That are used during Senate meetings to pass a motion or to prompt the chair that someone is using a vague or an inappropriate language.
Won't you help him? Or you also have no idea? How does the standing orders, how do they apply to you?
The standing orders are used during Senate meetings.
So, as the president of the Computer Science Society, okay, what other mandates do you serve aside your policies that you want to implement to help your the members of the society? What other mandates do you serve?
I represent the society, the computer science society, at higher levels of students, where higher level of students presentations are needed. For instance, I'm a member of the Senate of the College of Science. students.
Okay. So, who, which people make up the CISA Senate?
The CISA Senate is made up of all departmental presidents and general secretaries, the judiciary body of the Senate that will be appointed by the college president and the
You are saying the JC is part of the CISA Senate. What is the CISA Senate equivalence in Ghana?
Parliament of Ghana.
So you are telling me the Chief Justice is a parliamentarian. That was what you just said.
He is appointed by the president.
But you said the Chief Justice is a parliamentarian. Do you still want to stand by the notion that the JC is part of the CISA Senate?
No, please.
Okay. Continue. Which people make up the CISA Senate?
All, as I said, all presidents and general secretaries of the various departments that fall under the College of Science. That is, and the executive body of the College of Science. Of CISA,
No.
of the Science Students Association.
When
That is what I
would
know.
you ask your running mates to help you? But you can do the work on your own.
No,
He has no idea.
come again.
He has no idea.
No, we both know the department presidents and the secretaries are the ones, and also the executives of CISA.
They are part of the CISA Senate.
They all
Are you
make up
listening
the
to
CISA
yourself?
Senate.
Are you listening to yourself?
Yes, please.
You are saying the executive body of CISA forms part of the CISA Senate. It's like saying, how do we say it? JDM, John Dramani Mahama, is a parliamentarian.
I get it.
You
now.
still don't see where you went wrong.
I get it now.
No, you don't.
I do.
All right. So who is a marshal? A marshal.
A marshal is the person who holds the staff and also announces the entrance of the president, the CISA president. That is what I
Who
do.
chairs a Senate meeting?
The speaker.
And in the absence of the speaker, who chairs the meeting?
The deputy speaker.
How is the deputy speaker elected according to the CISA constitution and the standing orders of the CISA Senate?
I have no idea about that yet.
What have you been doing administration-wise ever since you lost last year? Did you go close to the current president to ask him how it feels like or what it is to be president of CSS?
Personally, I have not done that, but I have served as the head of the public relations office of the current administration. The only thing I have discussed with him was how most of the equipment that we use for our media functions, the camera and other stuff, are his personal belongings. So that's the only thing I asked him if he's leaving. It will be for
Do
the.
you know what a maze is?
The reason why I first said yes was because I thought you were talking about the maize as
Corn.
corn.
Should have asked.
Sorry,
M-A-Z-E.
no, please, I have no idea about that.
What does the marshal carry?
carries the staff.
What is the staff called?
I have no idea.
Okay. When we vetted the two women commissioners, they were all complaining about the fact that the women in the society are underrepresented. And I mean, I have this idea that it might be true because in your policies, as the president, you didn't say anything concerning the women in the department, in the society.
The reason why I didn't single out the women in society is because I believe we are all members of the society. So every program, every policy that is out there is
That is what the past presidents have done, and the women keep complaining. So why do you think if you do the same thing, they won't complain? Not even complain, they won't feel underrepresented.
most of the females in the department oftentimes isolate or do not really partake in the.
How are you going to solve that? How are you how are you in collaboration with the office of the women's commissioner going to solve that? Do you have a mentor?
Yes, please.
Who is the 44th president of the United States? All right, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for coming. And you said Barack Obama inspired you into leadership. Barack Obama is the 44th president of the United States. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Do you have anything for us?
First of all, I want to say thank you for the time for vetting and screening us. We've realized a lot of places that we have to go and figure out and also inquire more about. You've given time out of your busy schedules to do this. We are really appreciative of that. We also want to tell the entire CSS community that I myself, I was fully African, and my running mate earlier, Ojo Abomega, are willing to serve and also go further to learn and understand how things work more. So that at the end of the day, our vision of making computer science society groom students, not just students who are focused on academics, but also implement structures that will propel students to be more focused on the professional skills that they will gain. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll see you on the other end. Bye. Yeah, where are the ECs? Yeah. How are you?
Yes, you are doing well.
How are you?
You are doing well.
Mr. Vib. Mr. Felix. Who is Felix? You are. How was your day? How is your day going?
How is my day?
Something good. Let me see. Attention. I'm waiting for it. But generally, it's okay. Okay.
Do you know what you are here for?
Yes, yes.
Can you enlighten me?
Okay, I know that I am here to be elected for the position of the president.
Okay. Just you.
Yes, yes.
Can you introduce your. Actually, you can have your seat so that
Thank
you
you.
see. Which year are you?
Second year, please.
Okay, so this session is just so that we don't let fraudsters on the ballot screen. Excuse my language, but that's the idea. We want to make sure that anyone who makes it to the ballot screen is the right person to serve the society in case they are elected. Okay, so if anyone grills you or presses you, it's not personal, right? Okay, all the best.
Thank you.
Mr. Felix,
Yes, sir.
how are you doing?
It's on good also.
Okay. Who are you with?
Who am I with? I'm with my running mate, Carl Johnson.
Come again.
So I'm with my running mate, Carl Johnson.
Okay. What ambition this journey of yours to take out the mantle of the office of the president?
Okay. First of all, I'd like to send thank you to the current administration. They are doing a lot for the student body. And I also believe that there are more that I can do, or with my running mates, we can do for the student body. We aim at building a modern and innovative student-centered computer science department that is to empower the students in academic excellence and also in the area of professional growth and personal development.
How do you become how do you officially become a leader of the society or the president of the society?
I officially become the president of the society when I'm voted into power by a simple majority.
I can see you are well versed with the constitution. So you being the president, what are your constitutional mandates?
The constitution, I represent the student body, that is the society. So on higher stages where the student body needs to be present, I stand in to represent the entire computer science society.
You do get a president.
Yes, please.
What are your constitutional mandates as the president of the society?
Thank you. As the president of the society, I stand as the spokesperson of the people of the society, as the students of the society.
You know who a spokesperson is?
Yes, please.
Who is a spokesperson?
One who speaks for another person.
What did you say?
I said one who speaks for another person.
So you, according to the constitution, is what you are saying. You are a spokesperson of the members of the society. Is that right?
Yes, please.
You know you are lying.
No, please.
You are not lying. But you just told me you've had a chance to read the constitution, and here's a case you are being access on the statements in the constitution. You are saying otherwise.
I believe that's what's in the constitution.
Okay, can you give the mic to your running mate?
Yes, please.
Who are you?
My name is Carl Johnson.
Our Johnson.
Yes, please.
Okay. So what envision this journey of yours to run as the I support Mr. Felix as the running mate to lead the administration of CSS.
Right, thank you for your question. Well, one priority, one major reason which I embarked on this journey is because of my care for the society, especially how to run things seamlessly so that everything goes well. Thank you.
Okay. Looking at your leadership journey, I realized you once served as a committee member in the administration of Mensa Isaac or Mensa Amas or something. I'm trying to make fun of my own administration, but I want to refer you to the administration that is led by Mr. Mensa Isaac Nanasan. How did you serve this administration?
Thank you for your question. I was appointed as the deputy head for the editorial board. Whilst being on board, I collaborated and worked with people, with members from the computer science and IT class respectively, and it helped me to learn about teamwork, collaboration, and working together as a team.
Do you know the operations of those when it comes to student leadership?
Yes, please.
So, what is the effect or what does those do when it comes to student leadership on campus?
Well, one major instance is those which stands for the Directorate of Student Affairs. Is to cater for the welfare of the students in KUST. Yes. Now, as the student leader, our major role is to assist and help the student body when it comes to their welfare. That's their concerns and situations, perhaps counseling and co. Thank you.
Okay. Now, I've over all throughout my academic life, I've served as a student leader from the level of primary to this institution. So I want you to break down your policies, because most policies seems to be theoretical instead of practical. So before you are given the mantle, you see your policies to be very feasible and practical. Here's the case when you take up the role or people best give you the power to serve the administration. Your policies become or your policies outweigh the ideas that you share with your members. So walk us through your policies and how feasible these policies are going to serve in the next administration that is going to be handed over to you.
All right, thank you. So one policy, which is the enhancement of digital skills. Yes, so with that, we have a plan. When we come, when we are elected as the next president and vice president of the Computer Science Society, we are going to train, not specifically any number for now, but then those interested in gaining impactful skills which will benefit them in the future.
What is this type of policy that is stated here? You know, in your policies, what we just explained, there should be that policy that points to what you are trying to explain to us.
Okay, that's the enhancement of digital skills.
And don't you think the current administration has done enough when it comes to impacting students with technical skills and soft skills?
Yes, they have. They are really doing well.
Is that all? Is that all you can say?
Okay, I mean, they are really doing well, but my my observance has, it's been clear that most programs, such as the programs, the seniors on Wednesdays, not not every computer science or IT student takes part. Yes, because then the less theoretical, the less verbal communication between them and the panel. Yes. So when we are elected as the next president and vice president of the Computer Science Society, we are going to enhance and give adequate training to the society. That's the computer science and IT students. Practical skills such as mobile phone repairs, computer repairs, and other soft skills such as web design, mobile app development, etc. Thank you very much.
Do you know in the current administration there's something called face it first?
Yes, please.
And what did they do? Because you served in the administration as a committee member.
Right. So with Face First, the program was organized to install certain softwares of which students may need, also to cater for certain softwares again of which the student body will need, since most lecturers ask the students to download and to install them.
Do you know you are lying to me?
No, please.
So should I verify this for the current leader of the current leader of this administration?
Just a sec.
And do you think you say well of what you're saying?
It's coming.
Do you think you also attest to the fact that what you're saying goes in accordance with what was planned or what was organized?
Yes, please. 100%.
Okay, please hand over the mic to Mr. Felix.
Thank you.
Mr. Felix,
Yes, sir.
you know when it comes to administration, there's a difference between you being a back person, that is, if you are a member of administration, how you see the operations of the administration is way different from you serving as the leader of the administration. Are you aware of this?
Yes, please.
So I realize that most of your policies, or most policies that you've presented before this on this panel, are very theoretical. Because based on the experience I've had in student leadership, I realize that it takes a lot to make policies practical.
Okay.
But here's the case: most policies that I'm reading that you presented before us are theoretical. They are nice. They look nice. And you read them, it sounds so well in your minds. But when it comes to its implementation, it becomes a problem. So how are you going to make sure that the already existing features or already existing structures that are made by the administration do not outweigh the policies you have for the administration? You get the question?
Yes, please.
Okay.
How am I going to make sure that the existing features of the current administration does not outweigh what I'm going to do? I think that was the question.
I said the current administration is already laying the foundation for the next administration, right? Here's a case you might have one way seen the force or the pitfalls, the setbacks of the current administration, and you want to implement yours. But here's the case when it comes to leadership, you have to make sure the already existing structures are maintained before you implement yours. Now, when it comes to this situation, this is one of the reasons why most administration fails. That is making sure the already existing structures are well put up, and then you having the opportunity to also implement yours. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, please.
So walk me through how you're going to implement your policies.
Alright. So, with our administration, the mind that we are coming with is to build upon what the current administration has done, just as you said, that they are laying the foundation fast. One way we can do this is to keep in touch with the past years, learn from them, understand the things that they were able to do, how they managed all these things that they have been able to set up. Then we can find ways around what they give us, the information they give us concerning the establishments they make. So in those ways, we can modify them, make them better, to maintain the systems that they established, whilst we build our policies that we are coming with on that.
Okay. That's fair enough. Here is a case in my administration. We witnessed a situation where funds that are supposed to be released from those got stuck for us to fund various events or programs of our administration. So should it be a case, such situation occurs in your administration, you are giving them answer. How are you going to, or what strategies are you going to use or go by or abide to make sure these programs or events of yours are funded for?
Thank you again. According to the Constitution, I understand that the students of the society are to pay dues to the society. From these dues, we can have funds to host events. So I believe this is one method that could be implemented. So when we come into government, we can find a way to implement this first. Computer science has a lot of numbers. So even if it's a
Wait, I did not ask you like if you are going to be able to do it. I said
Yeah.
what strategies or how are you going to do it in case it happens? Because my administration, we never dreamt of a situation like that. We never presume of a situation like that, but it's happened to us. And then we make sure because the current leader of the administration is so innovative in a way that he put up structures or he made structures available for us to cater for us to cater in such a way that we don't run the loss, even though our monies from those are stuck. So what strategies are you going to use or what strategies are you going to go by to make sure that these events or programs that are in your administration are going to be funded for?
So that is what I was trying to explain. That according to the Constitution, it stated that students have to pay dues. So we can find a way to implement this law for students to pay their dues but to fund the events that we are.
Speak up, speak up.
Okay. Right. I said according to the Constitution, it stated that students, that is, we are to pay dues to the society. So I was saying that we can use this method to fund the events and the activities that we are going to organize. We could also write out sponsorship requests to companies and also to the senior members of the administration if they could help.
I'm not sure you had the question right. Because the thing is, look, in my administration, the
Okay.
program has already been planned. The people are aware that in this month, in this day, in this week, there's this program, right? Now we've written to DOSA with our budgets. We've gone through. Now here's the case: the funds or the money for this, the money to fund for these events got stuck. We are not having it. We are not having access to them. But yet there's an upcoming program in a week for us to do it. How are you going to fund for this program? Are you going to wait for the letters or sponsorship letters that you wrote to companies to and be read in months or in weeks before they may think or plan of releasing funds for your programs? What urgent strategies are you going to put in place to fund for this program?
So in such an emergency situation, I would write a request to all the members of the executive board and all appointees of the administration to help to become put our contributions to host the events that we have already planned.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I want to ask this question. Whose policy is this? Curriculum reform and academic advancement.
Yes, please.
Whose policy is that? Yes, okay,
Yes,
so
please.
give me one course that needs to be taken out of the curriculum.
One course that needs to be taken out of the curriculum
Yes, and why?
and why. This is not to undermine any course that we are doing, but then we understand that technology continually evolves. There's been a lot of
Please
evolution
just go
in
through
the
some
past.
points.
Right. So one course that I believe that should be worked with or done away with is the course of visual basic. Because why I'm saying this is because in 2020, the pioneers of visual basic, that is Microsoft, decided to discontinue the evolution of this particular programming language. But then 6 years after Microsoft made this declaration, we are still studying the course.
Still studying. Do you know the essence of Visual Basic?
We,
Do you know the essence of Visual Basic? Do you know some companies still use Visual Basic?
you know,
You don't know.
please.
Some still use it. And you have to know your roots before you can get to your fruit, right?
I understand that.
So I don't think any course, I feel like every course is actually needed. And give me another course. I think you should have another course in mind that needs to be taken out. Or it's just Visual Basic.
Yes, please.
I should just Visual Basic. Do you know what the lectures or the board, the academic board goes to before a course is approved or disapproved or added or removed.
I'm not yet found this place.
You are yet to find out. So you just add it to your policy that we want to advocate for the review and modernization of the computer science curriculum to ensure that students are taught relevant, practical, and industry aligned content. Everything we learn is industry aligned. They are all relevant and practical. So, said social basic, one that's taking us, and that is your why because it's a cake. We're in a modern world. Thank you very much.
This is different from you. I was it's a bit good. Yeah, my questions are so simple and so demands yes or no answers. Okay. What happened in Ghana in the year 1957? 1957. Yes, what happened in Ghana? Ghana gained independence. So who is the second gentleman of the land? I believe he's the husband of our current vice president. Who? Just give me the name of the person. It's Aaron Wisdom. Which article of the CSS Constitution talks about the president or the executive? Do we have a provision in the CSS Constitution which talks about the executive? Yes, there is. Yeah, give me the article. It's about the article number 8. What about the clause? I don't have that with me. What is your understanding about the Constitution? My understanding about the Constitution. Since you are fighting to be our next CSS president and then vice president, respectively, what is your understanding about the Constitution? I believe the Constitution is a set of laws to govern the activities of students in the society. How old is KMS? Okay. How old is KMS? Is that an idea? In Ghana, what is our national motto? Freedom and justice. Thank you. Oh, thank you too.
You ask follow up, so
Mr. Felix. Yes, sir. Are you sure your money is the best person for you? You get a question? Yes, please. You go to right. Yes, please. I'm sure. Why? I believe he's the best person to support me in this campaign because I've worked with him since first year. We've been working together on a couple of things. I've known how he works and understood his work ethics. We have a lot of things in common, so I believe I can work with him as we move ahead to handle the administration. This is my observation, right? So when you guys were talking, I didn't see any collaboration or gathering of thoughts together. Because I could see you were founding some of the answers to the questions that were being asked. You didn't try to know, and when there was a thing, you didn't assist him in anything. He was answering the questions by himself. So how sure are you guys will be able to work hand in hand to come out with projects and ideas which will help the society? I'm very sure we can work together because I believe the observation was because some of the questions were direct to him. And I was guys are going together. He's your anime, right? Yes, please. I'm not sure there's a rule that says your anime can assist if the question is directed to. Right. There's no law that says your anime can assist you if the question is being directed to you. Something is you have helped. So why not? Actually, you believe in ourselves. I believe in this potential. I said, so in that place, we are working together. The big what you are doing right now is teamwork. It's not good. What you are doing right now is a teamwork. You think so? From your observation, you can't call that a teamwork, but what we are doing right now is teamwork. So I'm writing my observation. Yes, please. Okay. And my second question too is that did you? Yes. Okay, why did you? To be very honest with you, I was scared of competition. Yeah.
I was scared of competition.
So what changed now?
What changed now? In first year, I was elected as the coach for my class and I've handled them for the past year. So I've gained that confidence to lead people, I've gained that confidence to stand opposing people.
So being a coach is the only leadership skill that you had so far.
Officially, yes.
Officially. So one official aspects of the leadership that you build, yeah, I mean it's like council.
One,
Official, you said that was official leadership skill that you had.
yes,
That means there are other staff that are unofficial. So which ones?
okay, I can't mention some.
Yeah, please.
So in first year, we
Just one, just I did that, I did this, no explanation.
okay, we led our course mates in studying reactivity towards the course that we have this semester.
You say official like is portrait, right? And I'm saying that is official aspect, that means that unofficial stuff that you've done. So mention that one, not the portrait issue or 18 months in the portrait.
Yes, that's what I'm mentioning.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, during the vacation, we worked together to help our course mates to study towards the course that we have this semester.
I will get back to you. Why?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Felix.
Yes, sir.
Did you say you have no leadership experience? Do you have any leadership experience?
Yes, please.
So while you were serving that portfolio, what was one thing you picked up that has really stuck with you till today?
Thank you. One thing that I've picked up is how to relate with people. Because I noticed that because of the members of my class, I experienced a lot of people with different characters, different personalities. So I learned to adapt to each and everyone's character so as to not to bring up any tensions between me and the members of my class.
Which portfolio was that?
The culture.
House rep.
Yes, please.
Was that your very first leadership something you did?
Yes, please.
I heard you say you were scared of competition.
Yes, please.
I mean, it's normal. Most of us have been like that. Do you know anyone here? The audience?
Yes, please.
Do you have friends or people who came to support you?
Yes, please.
So when we gave the microphone to one of them, what do you think they are going to say about you?
Honestly, I cannot say exactly what they are going to say about me. They are basically going to say their experience of me.
They are going to say
Their experience of me.
okay.
Who the experience to be.
You don't know how they perceive you or how they have seen you.
I would say I don't know how they.
How? But do you think it's going to be a good thing?
Yes, please.
What about your running mates?
Yes, please.
What do you think he's going to say about?
What do I think he's going to say about me?
Yes.
I believe he's also going to say a good thing.
Are you in the same class?
Yes, please.
Do you want to win the election?
Yes, please.
So why did you choose a running mate from your class?
Why I chose the running mates from my class. As I mentioned earlier, I've been working with him since first year. And also I noticed that he is.
Since first year was like last.
But I also noticed that he's been very selfless in helping other postmates and even junior postmates who came just this year.
So the first years that what's one thing that you did to help them settle with the party?
One thing that I did is to help some people personally to handle certain courses that they were facing challenges in.
How did you help?
How did I help?
Yes.
To
Did
some
you
of
give them personal tutors? Did you send them resources? How did you help them?
Yes, so I sent them resources. For some of them, I taught them personally, and for others, I recommended them to friends I know in their year batch who are very intelligent.
Was the same thing done for you when you came?
Yes, please, my current president. That is the organizing of resources.
So what's the inspiration behind you running for um, president? You could have run for any other portfolio anyway, but you decided to go big, from anxiety to big. Why? What's the inspiration?
First of all, to be very honest, I dream very big. I hope to do big things, not for this department alone, but for my country, Ghana. So I believe this is a stepping stone for me to move high.
Are you confident that if you make it past the vet, you could win the election?
Yes, please.
Are you confident?
Yes, please.
What do you know about your opponent?
What do I know about my opponent?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know much about him. I only know his name, I know his course, I know his year, I know a few friends that he knows.
Do you know the history behind his election last year?
Yes, please.
Do you know?
Yes, please.
What do you know?
I know that he lost by 5 votes to the current president.
Can you mention it? Where is the current president? The current president has taught me, I'm in final year in the same class with him. He has taught me more than, I don't like it, than any lecturer. But still, he was only able to beat him by 5 votes. What makes you think you can do better than someone who helped us since first year? And it was his second coming as well. But he was only able to beat him by 5. Marginal vote of 5. What makes you think you can do better than him?
As in to win the elections or when I'm voted into power.
Are you putting your face out there so that you run proper?
Not with that.
How well abreast are you with agenda and keynotes?
How well abreast? I'd say I have a year of experience.
1 year. So you've noticed that most of the times the president and his running mates, they do like cover and seats, and they be imagined like twins.
Yes,
Did you notice?
yes.
Why didn't you do 20 with your running mates?
I believe in everybody being himself. I believe in everybody being unique, being who they really are. So it's not a matter of we being the same.
So what if next year I won't probably be sitting here, I will be somewhere in the audience. If I see you and your running mates doing 20, and I beg the panelists to disqualify, would you be happy about that?
Please do not see me.
Why not to just play by the rules? Do what is being done. Join the game so that you don't have to.
I believe that things will always remain the same if nothing changes. So by this change, we can introduce more changes to the society.
Alright. I want you to perform. No, give it to your running mates. How are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
I am blessed.
Thank you.
Kindly perform a SWOT analysis on yourself.
So, alright. For my strengths, I would say superior to my academics and more of programming. And the for my weakness is
Do you have a mentor?
no peace.
So how do you get the vigor or the motivation to go on when things become difficult for you? Maybe when you are doing something and you hit a roadblock, how do you continue? How do you find solutions to things?
So one major factor is God. And secondly, I reach out to my senior classmates. I have also cousins, they're currently in CS3 and CS4, who are always helping me and backing me up.
Okay. Why did you decide to be Felix's running mate?
Thank you for the question. And so, why I decided to be his running mate as the vice president is because I believe Felix here, my brother, he has the voice of CSS. He has, that aura to speak to the people of computer science society, to treat them as brothers and
So
sisters.
he's an aura farm.
You can hear.
So it was because of the aura you decided to. How do you compliment him?
He's very good.
How do you compliment him?
How do you compliment him? You need to ask him before you can answer him. You don't know how
They
to
are
compliment
they are a team, so maybe
This is us, just Jefferson's. For so, one major thing is programming. When it comes to programming, I am well abreast.
when you know him very well, right?
Yes.
So what are some of the things that he is unable to do that you can do best? So you being with him will enable the two of you to tangle together and do great things. Maybe when he falls short in a particular aspect, you are also strong there, so you help him. So you see, you push me, I push you.
It's how many do you need?
Two will be fine.
Alright, so first is the technical aspects. So he's good at academia, and then I'm good with programming. As I said, I'm abreast with it. So with courses treated in the past, such as Java and C++, we engage each other and learned it very well, and he did massively well in the examination. Secondly, I would say is, okay, sometimes when I go over to his hostel, I'll say it's a bad book. So I mostly do most of the work.
If you cook spaghetti and one more, it's no good.
I
Spaghetti and one more is not bad.
I prepare soup sometimes.
Wow. Let's go. Yeah, I'm feeling it.
If you want more,
Oh, you just said one, just the food thing.
I mentioned two.
Oh, okay, the Java
So
something.
that's the programming. The second is cooking.
So should we go technical?
Sure, so
What's a class in Java?
a class. Thanks for the question.
Can you write a class? I mean, I don't know what a class. I can't define it for you, but I could put it in gibberish for you to see.
So a class is and instance of an object. Sorry, a class is a blueprint of an object.
What is coding? What is coding?
Okay, I'll define coding as writing your set of instructions in an ID specifically to get a solution done or a solution made.
So it's not a process of training young men and women to do this.
No, please, as the minister said.
Mr. Chow,
Yes,
I heard
sir.
you said a class is an instance of an object. How did you say it?
Yeah, you change.
What did you say? How did you define a class?
Class is a blueprint of an object.
Are you sure of what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
What? I'm not asking my sister. Do you know what CISA is?
CISA.
Yes.
The meaning of the acronym or
Anything. What CISA?
CISA is basically the Science Students Association. So all science students in K University, the body of all science students.
So what's the distinction between CISA and College of Science?
College of Science is, I would say, let me start with CISA. CISA is the students' organization of the people who are studying science-related courses in K University.
That's brilliant.
Thank you.
Have you heard of the CISA Senate before?
Yes, please.
What is it?
I would say the CISA Senate is a parliamentary setting for the College of Science.
You are very bright.
Thank you.
Our So, you know what standing orders your running mate has charged. Oh no, take it.
Oh, I wanted to say something. As you said, he said is very brilliant.
The question I want to ask him is, peculiar to them.
Yeah, I wanted to clarify something he said.
Okay.
Yeah, as you said, he's very brilliant. I wanted to just tell you once again that that's what the Apple said when we had the conversation.
No cap. So, who chairs a Senate sitting?
The speaker, please.
The Speaker. And how is the Speaker elected?
I believe the speaker is appointed by the college, the president of the college.
And then,
Come again.
and then,
That is the only thing I know about the appointment of the speaker.
are you a rep for your year?
I'm not a Senate rep.
Do you know the year rep for your year?
Yes, please. Mr. Palmer, of course. Mr. Palmer.
Oh, okay. Alright. That's very nice. So, how many of the policies, before that, how many policies are you champion for this campaign?
If I can remember clearly, I wrote 6. We put down 6 policies.
How many of them came from your running mates? Or because he's the brain and you are the muscle, he did everything. Is that a very good description of the two of you? He's the brain, you are the muscle. It's not.
It's coming in.
So none of the policies came from him.
some came from him, but actually, when he brought his policies, he found whatever that he wanted to do already in mind.
Okay. Give them something. Which of the policies do you remember?
Yes, so that's the entrepreneurship and the digital skills enhancement.
Are you an entrepreneur?
I'm upcoming one. Yes.
How,
Yes, please.
how are you upcoming?
Sorry, I am. I am an entrepreneur.
What do you do? One thing.
Basically, my company is into innovation and providing solutions for sectors across the globe. That's to do with the health, infrastructure, agriculture, and others as well.
So that is what makes you an entrepreneur.
Yes, please.
Who is an entrepreneur?
An entrepreneur. I would define an entrepreneur as someone who takes the mandate and builds up a business to help support him or her. And to also solve society's problem.
Yeah, so go on with the policy.
Okay, so focusing on the entrepreneurship. Yes, so I mentioned two, which is the entrepreneurship and the digital skills enhancement. So concerning digital skills enhancement, when we are elected as a president and vice president of the Computer Science Society, what we are going to bring on board, as I've just said, is to provide adequate skills to both computer science and IT students on soft skills such as repairing of machines, that's a laptop, mobile phones. Okay. I don't think it's ideal to be a computer science or an IT student and selling your machines to someone to gain profit from you by repairing it.
So how do you intend getting funded for these policies?
So the traditional way for us to do that is to write budgets to the resources of the content destination. But in such situations where we have emergency cases,
Why would DOSA give you money when the policies are yours, not DOSA? Something you want to do and not DOSA. So why would DOSA give you the money?
because I believe they are in charge of the welfare of students, so it includes the students' leadership and everything that the students' leadership does for the other students.
So DOSA will give you the money because they are in charge of welfare. Am I right? What is he saying? What if they say no?
So in such an emergency situation, in such a situation where we don't receive the money from those I mentioned earlier, we could write a request for sponsorships to companies, or even come together as the officers of the administration to put our contributions to help those events.
Have you successfully written a letter for sponsorship for something for yourself? That's successfully. Have you done that before?
Not yet, please.
You have not for yourself. So how confident are you that when you become the computer science president, you'll be able to secure sponsorship for the society when even for you to travel Mukai, you're not going to?
So that is also one reason why I chose our Justice Technology as my advice, as he says that it's can't hold this job, which is actually true.
That is what.
That is Anko, it's John Dumelo.
Oh,
So
so
from
you
there we
chose.
can have support.
So it's DB. You let you.
Yes, sir.
You people should vote for these people. It's good.
It is good for us.
So DB Peche, Dumelo, cow. So you chose. So you are the brainiest, the most. You see, I was right. Revelation. So with DB Peche. So when you will not even need our this one from those sides.
Please move
Packed.
it.
Then you will have department passes and things. Right?
We hope so.
Yeah, Charlie, you people should carry your message well because these are the people. Money no be problem. These are the presidents and vice presidents. Okay. Right.
Calm.
Yes, please.
How do you handle pressure?
Pressure. Pressure is nothing to me. Honestly.
Pressure is what?
It's nothing to me.
It's nothing to you.
Yes, please.
You remember one time I came to text you that I wanted fire or something.
Yeah, I really remember that.
You remember that
Yes,
situation?
please.
And you just went straight to tell the president that I was, what did I do? Said I was giving you pressure.
Pressure is
nothing
nothing.
to you.
Yeah, that was in the past.
That was in the past.
Yes, please. This is a new era.
It's a new era. So the era is just for the CSS presidential race.
Yes, please.
It's for the CSS presidential
Not
race.
only for the CSS society and beyond.
For the CSS society in New York.
Yes, please.
I hope you can work on what you just said.
Alright. Thank you very much.
Mr. Carl, how
Yes,
well,
sir.
how well do you know?
This come again.
How well do you know?
Fair enough. See, 6%.
Then you do know me.
Yes, please.
So what would you say, or what instance made you get to see or know the person you are describing before you?
This could you come again? It wasn't really-
How do you know me?
How do I know you? Alright, so as I was appointed as the deputy of the editorial board, I got to know some of the executives, such as the women's commissioner, general secretary, organizing secretary, financial secretary, vice president, and the president.
When it comes to student leadership in the department, do you know how the leader of the student leadership relates with the head of the department? How does the leader of the student leadership report instances or cases, events to the head of the department?
I believe that can be done to officially to the letter or given in person.
Thank you. Give the microphone back. Mr. Carl,
Yes, please.
when last did you attend at the event of the current administration?
That was last week's Wednesday. Sorry, that was this week Wednesday. Right.
You attended the event as what of the administration?
So I currently have resigned as the deputy head of the editorial board. So I would say I attended as a member of the society.
How many years of existence has this society been? If you don't know, let's tell me.
Yes, please. Sorry, I don't know.
You don't know.
Okay.
Okay. You don't know and the background of the society you want to say. Is that what you're telling me? You don't know the background check of the society you want to say. Is that what you're telling me? Who is the patron of this society?
The patron of the Computer Science Society is Dr. Tay Patrick.
Come again.
The patron of the Computer Science Society is Dr. Tay Patrick.
How many female lecturers do you have in the department?
This coming.
How How many female lecturers do you have in the department?
Please, we have just three female lecturers in the computer science department.
Now, looking at my office, or looking at the current administration, when it comes to participation of final years in events, it turns out to be very poor or low. Do you have any strategy of increasing attendance when it comes to fourth year participation of administrative events?
To be very honest, we have not put down any strategy to do that, but right now I
You
think
don't have any strategy. Is that what you're saying?
I have one in mind.
Or you just told me you don't have any strategy.
I said we don't have anyone put down, not put anyone down.
Okay, where can we locate the Department of Computer Science?
This floor,
First floor.
the College of Science,
Where's the office of the HQ?
FF4,
Who's the current head of the student leadership?
the current head,
Of the student leadership?
Mr. Mensa Isaac Nancy,
Immediate past vice president.
Mr. Kelvin Nancy.
Immediate past general secretary.
Is that a reason?
You have no idea. So, how have you related, or what's your relation with the immediate past president?
That is Mr. Kelvin Nancy.
Yes.
Yes, first of all, we attended the same school, that is into Distance College. So when we came here, we found out about that, and we had a very good relationship because of the common background that we have.
I know this is not, I wouldn't say this is much of a duty of the president, but it's that of the financial secretary. But how do you prepare a budget for events? How do you prepare a budget for events of your administration?
Yeah.
So how we will prepare a budget? First of all, we can meet as an executive body, then we study the past years. So for that particular event, what we want to do, we study how it was handled in the past years, we study the amount of money they used. Then
Please give the microphone to Mr. Kar. How do we prepare budget for administrative?
Yes, so as my president was saying, we study the budgets of the previous administration and then come together as executives, put down the new budget.
So at the moment you are telling me you have no idea of how a budget is prepared.
This is my president.
But what you are trying to tell me is that you are going to record the experience of past
I
executives.
never said I'm going to recall.
You inquire of the assistance from the past executives. Is that not what you're saying?
no, is that we are not saying we will inquire from the assistants. What we are saying is we go through the expenses that they made during that time. So the particular events that we want to handle, we go through the expenses they made, and based on that, we will know the things that we need and things that we do not need to modify the budget. That is what we are trying to
Do
say.
you know the effects of the joint between both of you in running for the office of presidency in the student leadership? The reason why I'm saying this is because Carl happens to have served as a committee member in the current administration, and should be fair enough, or it should be good of him to have asked the current financial secretary or the president of the administration about how a budget is prepared, since he's actually manning up or taking up the higher role of the presidency. Don't you think that is the right approach your running mate should have taken?
Yes, please.
So you are telling me you have no idea of how a budget is prepared. Meanwhile, you have somebody that has actually served as a committee member and you have a knowledge of how a budget is prepared.
We will then not write what I hear.
What did you say?
I said we will then not write what I hear.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you too.
Mr. Felix.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Do you have anything for us? Do you have anything you want to share?
Yes, please.
We are listening.
Okay, so assuming I come into power as
Why are you asking me?
Yes.
You say what you want.
it's coming again.
Say what you want.
Okay, I'll say yes. So when I come into power now, being elected into when we are being elected into power, what's one thing you think, or let me say, what's one thing would I have done while in power? Would you say that indeed you made the right decision or you were better to make it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I asked the question again.
Okay, I'm saying that.
Please go.
Yes, please.
Someone wants to know to Carl, your running mate. Tell you the person specified. Yeah, open it.
I'm sure he can assist him, right?
But if it's specific or directed to me,
Okay, so this person is basically venting about an event at Jubilee Park, right? St. Louis Jubilee Park, concerning certain images you took, which you were supposed to make edits and drop them so that everybody will get their own and post. You have Tanaso, you will not release the images. So your deliverables, your track record of delivery is very bad. So how certain should they be that when they vote you, you are going to do something for them?
Alright, thank you for the question. So with that, if I yes, so if I really remember the week we had that games,
You want to explain? Have you sent the images?
no please,
Have you lost the images?
no please.
You decided not to edit the images.
It's not in that way. So
Don't explain. How sure are you that when we vote for you, you are not going to be like that towards us? What you are what you are supposed to do, what is clear that it's your responsibility, you just GI. How sure are we? Give us an assurance. Don't explain yourself.
yeah, I'm not going to listen. So with that one, I was working alone. As if we be elected, we'll have executives and committees on board where everything will be done seamlessly. And the society wouldn't have to worry or disturb themselves concerning images or any other stuff.
Please, are you satisfied? Are you satisfied with what he said?
the person who asked the question, are you okay?
Are you fine?
So make sure you send the images.
Because I'm sure you still have meeting, my
Okay? Send the images. Okay. Alright, Felix, I'm listening to you.
Yes, please. So I was saying that when we come into power, what one thing would I have done as the president that will make you satisfied or letting me hear that indeed you made the right decision?
Okay, so personally, it's with the issue of one, failed trip. Failed trip. If you could hack that particular thing, I listen.
Yes, please.
If you could hack the field trip something, and I was still a student, I would be very happy because I will get the opportunity to experience what servers and server farms and data centers and things are. Okay. And then if you could be able to solve that technical skill, you could bridge the gap between what we learn in class and how we apply them in terms of getting internship opportunities and having access to hackathons, being able to organize hackathons in-house ourselves with amazing prizes, or we could produce the next Zuckerberg. Yeah, if you could hack these two, increasing our technical proficiency and then the field trip factor.
Okay. Thank you very
They
much.
are on top of my list. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We'll do what we have on that when it comes to one.
To say something to the audience here and to those watching you on, please, can you all do something?
So to the highest computer science students out there watching us, please come again.
There's another question that's
Okay, so you can put this in your closing statement. That's if you had to give us one statement assurance to vote for you, what would it be?
I'm here to serve you.
He is here to serve you.
Okay. As I have served my class, and you can attest to that.
Thank you.
So is that all you want to say to the audience? Or?
No, please.
Okay.
So to the highly esteemed computer science students out there watching right now and who will watch in the future, and also to the IT students, you should understand that we are all one people, we are all one body in the computer science department. I would urge you to vote for me and vote for as your next president and vice president to help implement the changes that we have on our list to help better the society. We make CSS great again. Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
Thank you for coming here. Please write your name on the bottom.
Thank you so much.
All right, Charlie, let me take your contact. Yo, Charlie, did they do all?
It's just the shit.
I'm blessed.
Thank you. Thank you.